Sorry, one more time, Jishnu. I'm recording you this time.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Amazing. Very good, Jishnu. So, so Shavi will read the Sanskrit, and she knows every single verse of this 15th chapter. And maybe Shruti, would you like to read the English translation?
Okay, sure.
So Shavi will read the first text, then you can read the English, she'll read the second text, then you can read the English, like that. Okay. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urdhvamulam Atah Shakham Ashvatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavit.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its root upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Veda."
अथर्ष्टोर्ध्वं प्रसुतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृथा विषयप्रवालः अथश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके.
The branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. The tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society.
निरूपमस्ये हततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादे न च सम्प्रतिष्ठ अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत् परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चार्त्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसुता पुराणी.
The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down the strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Therefore, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial.
Nirmana Chitasanga Atyatma Nitya Kamaha Dandvar Vimuktaha Sukadukka Sangner Kachanti Mudha Padamavyam Tat.
Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, bewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain that eternal kingdom.
Natadbhasete Suryo Nashashanko Napavakaha Yadgatva Nivaratante Tadhama Paramam Mama.
That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world.
ममैवाशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to the conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind.
शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्.
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
श्रोत्रं चक्षुः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते.
The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects.
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानान् पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः.
The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this.
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तो पितृथात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसः.
The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self realization can see all this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try.
यदादिद्यतं तेजो जगद्भासेतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नो तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्.
The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire are also from me.
कामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयामि अमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः.
I enter into each planet, and by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon, and thereby supplies the juice of life to all vegetables.
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्ता पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्.
I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the four kinds of foodstuff.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमुपोहनं च वेदेश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृतवेदविदेव चाहम्.
I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am known to be. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas.
द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरचाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थोच्चर उच्यते.
There are two classes of beings, the fallible and infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible.
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्यन्यः तन्मात्मेति उदारतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः.
Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them.
यस्माक्षरमति तोहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः तोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः.
Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person.
यो मामेव सम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत.
Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata.
इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमानः स्यात् कृतकृतश्च भारत.
This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection.
Bhagavad Gita ki jai. 15th chapter ki jai. Purushottama Yog ki jai. Purushottama ki jai. Shavi ki jai. Beautifully read. And Shruti as well. Very beautifully read. Thank you so much, both of you. You're real stars, aren't you? So
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you so much, Shavi. So if you're going to sleep, have a good evening. Have a good sleep.
Hare Krishna.
See you tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So, Shruti, you were asking before about sattvic food.
Mhm.
So I was thinking now we will talk a little bit about this month, Purushottam. Do you know why we celebrate this month so much?
It's because there was this month who was not worshipped by everyone, and he went to Krishna, and Krishna accepted the month as wife, and it will be the most special month.
Wow. Well done. Well done. You did the drama. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Oh, well done. Oh, Ritesh. Yes, fantastic. It worked, Ritesh. Well done, Shruti. Good girl. Good girl.
So we don't need to
So
talk
we won't talk about the Purushottam Mass today, but what they also do in this month is that, especially in Vrindavan, they celebrate all the different festivals in this month because it only comes every 3 years, and because it's so pious in this month, so much spiritual benefit we get.
And remember.
So we try to remember every single festival in this month. So like that, we celebrated many different festivals. Yesterday, what did we do? Ganga Puja.
Dashera.
Yeah.
Ganga Dashera.
Okay. Like that. And today is Ekadashi. Shruti, do you know what Ekadashi is?
It's the 11th day of the month where you do fasting.
Yes. And do you fast yourself?
No.
No, my
Okay.
dad does.
Oh, good. Okay. So this, what normally we would celebrate is, there's especially one very nice Ekadashi, which is called Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi. On that Ekadashi, it is said that if we fast on that day, then it's like doing all the other 26 Ekadashis in the year. So it's such an auspicious festival. But what I wanted to do was, because you specifically asked about sattvic food, I wanted to do a very short presentation on that. And we'll link it into Ekadashi, why we do Ekadashi and what we do in Ekadashi. But before we do that, I'd like to ask Prema, you there?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
there.
Would you like to sing, Prema? Oh, you're on mute.
Wait.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
And this bhajan is a very beautiful bhajan. It's only 4 lines. And it's such a glorious bhajan because it talks about Vrindavan and Krishna and Radha and the Gopas and the Gopis and the Gomata, Yamuna, Govardhan. It's such a beautiful bhajan. So we'll just do that and then we'll go into the topic that we want to discuss. Okay, Prema?
Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava
Jaya Kunja
Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Girivardhari,
Jaya
Jaya
Gopi
Gopi Janavallabha,
Vallabha.
Jaya
Jaya
Girivaradhari, Jaya
Jaya
Girivardhari,
Girivaradhari.
Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana, Jaya Yashodanandana,
Jaya
Prajana
Prajanarayanjana.
Jaya Yamuna Tirvanchari Girbharadhari, Jaya Yamuna Tirvanchari
Virabhadachari, Jaya Girivaradhari.
Girbharadhari,
Hmm.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya
Madhava, Jaya Kunja
Kunja
Bihari.
Radha Madhav ki jai.
Jai.
Well done. That was really nice, Prema.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Very good. Thank you so much. So let's just see. Yep, good. Okay. So sattvic foods now. Um, this is in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says to Arjun, do you want to read the English of this, Shruti?
Okay, Prabhuji. Translation. Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart.
So Krishna is describing three types of foods. This is the first type he's describing. And he's saying this is the best because these foods are dear to those in goodness, those who are calm, who are collected, who have good knowledge. Those are sort of people in goodness. And these foods, they increase the duration of life. They can be healthy. They purify one's existence and give happiness and satisfaction. And these foods are really tasty, juicy, fatty. Fatty is not in the sense of cholesterol fat, but in the sense of filling you up nicely so that you don't feel hungry after you've eaten them. But at the same time, they're healthy for you and wholesome and then pleasing to the heart. So what sort of foods are these? So what are these foods? They're light in nature, they're easily digestible, they're also cooling to the body, they don't disturb the mind, so they're not hot, like chili hot. They're rich in life, prana, so they're pure, and they promote positive thoughts. This kind of diet can leave us peaceful, alert, refreshed. It's savory, smooth, pleasant to the stomach. Sometimes you eat and you think, oh man, that was heavy. So these foods are not like that. They're easy to digest. They strengthen the stomach, intestine, liver, pancreas. They reduce the blood pressure, diabetes. They also can improve the health of the skin and the quality of the hair. These are quite simple. They're grown organically. So organic food would be included in this sattvic food. They look good, and it's the right time of year to eat them. It's in season, fruits which are in season. Of course, in this country, well, one, they don't necessarily grow so much in this country, and a lot of food is imported. So that could be a little difficult to eat what is in season. But ideally, that is the best way to maintain one's diet. Whatever's in season is there because God has designed it that way. It's in season, therefore it's actually good for the health. So sometimes some foods don't grow in winter. Some foods don't grow in summer. And there's a reason for those. And those foods we shouldn't try to eat because they're not the right time of the year to eat. But in this country, it's a little hard to maintain this. And they're ripened by nature. It's not that we buy something and then, we ripen it over a few days or whatever. It's grown locally, and it's all vegetarian. No meat, fish, or eggs. So what are the foods? Vegetables, fruits. Sorry, what are the foods? Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts. They're all sattvic, and they clean the mind and the body, leading to optimal physical and mental health. Now, cooked food that is eaten before 3 hours of being made, that's sattvic. So if we leave the food too long, that becomes decayed. It doesn't become sattvic. It's not going to help the stomach because the life, the prana, is not going to be in that food. It's going to be gone. Right? The more fresher it is after we cooked it and we eat, the better. Does that make sense, Shruti?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Good. I'm just making sure you're awake. Did you go to school today?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And was it a hard day or an easy day?
It was in the middle.
And which school do you go to?
I go to Non-Such High School for Girls.
Oh, well done. Very good school. Excellent. I go to a lot of schools in Sutton, especially like Avenue Primary School.
Yeah.
But this year is more online than
Yeah.
we going in. But it's still good. It's still good. Okay, so that's, and then let's have a look at it a little bit more. So these are like foods which, how does this work now? I've forgotten how this works. So these foods we can eat a lot of, right? This is leafy green foods, very nice for the stomach, digestion. Fruits, fresh fruits, always very nice to have. And fresh vegetables, always good to eat. Sprouts and beans, like that would be chickpeas and mung dal. That is always good. Idli. You're from South, right?
Yeah.
We love idli.
Masala dosa. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
We love eating pasta.
You just spoilt it all. How can you say pasta in front of your mom and dad? Oh, Krishna, Jishnu. You're gonna have to get into idli and masala dosa. They do pasta flavored idli.
He's a soccer fan, yes, but he
And-
loves sambar and idli as well.
Rice. Man.
And rice, yeah. Jishnu, you're such a character. Huh? Every children's sangha, he's always taking the Mickey out of Shruti, right?
Yes.
Always making fun of her. And we're having a good laugh on our side. Okay. And then nuts, flax seeds, all of things are good. Very good protein in those because we need a protein as well. Problem with meat diet is too much protein, and meat is very cruel to the animals because the animals, they're screaming and all sorts of things go on in slaughterhouses, which are really horrible to even think about. And then herbs are good. And then different nutritional foods, yeast, we take not so much. They're more medicinal foods. So, yes, Shruti.
When you said about the animals screaming and when they die, don't plants also scream when they're being chopped off and cut? So why is plants considered sattvic and animals not considered as sattvic?
Yes, good question. And you know, your questions are the reason why we started a whole different sangha, the youth sangha. It was because of you. So, I'd like to thank you for that. Your questions are so good. The reason is we have to subsist on something. It is said in the Bhagavad Puran that one living entity is food for another. So we have to live on some type of food. And it is recommended in the Bhagavad Gita and also in this Bhagavad Puran that we should base our foods on plants. The reason being, plants don't have a very high level of consciousness. You won't see the plant. If you go and pick a potato, you're not going to see the potato say, "Hey, get off me." Mind you, you won't see an animal do that, but you'll see the animal scream and whatever. But the plant, the level of consciousness is very low. So we are allowed to, because there's not much violence committed when you're picking spinach from the ground. You know, that is justifiable, allowable. However,
Apple from the tree.
yes, good, go on, say.
Yeah, or picking fruits, like picking an apple from the tree. You're not hurting the tree, you're just picking the fruit, which would rot away if it's left on the tree anyway.
Oh, okay.
So many vegetables and fruits, you don't actually even harm
The plant
itself.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And there's some people like Jains, that's another religion. They don't actually eat anything that grows under the ground. So potatoes, carrots, they would not even eat those because when you pick the potatoes, you disturb life. So they think even that should not be done. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Jishnu, you got a question?
Yeah.
Go on.
Why banana is very healthy?
Oh, good question. Because especially when it's fresh, it has a lot of good things in it. Lot of good vitamins, lots of good fiber, and all of that, when it goes into your belly, is really good for you. It gives a lot of energy.
Why eat the mangoes?
Oh, it's not the mango season now, but when it is the mango season, we dive in.
Yes, mango fans.
Lots of vitamin C in there.
A lot of vitamin C. And very tasty as well, isn't it? Yeah. Really
Loves
tasty.
mango.
And also what Krishna does, he puts his energy through the moon into those foods. And those foods are considered very sattvic because Krishna, and we read that in the 15th chapter today, how Krishna through the moon puts the energy into those foods. The juice of the vegetables, yeah. So the more fruit you have,
more fruit and
vegetables, the better. The less pasta.
Less pasta.
I don't want to make you my enemy, but cut out the pasta, okay, young man?
Prabhuji, you said that mangoes are considered sattvic, but after you eat mangoes, doesn't your stomach become hot and yeah?
Shouldn't do. Do you find that? Do you find that?
And no, like most of the times my mom tells me after I have a mango something, she says to drink milk. So otherwise your stomach gets hot.
Is it? Okay, I'm not sure about that. But generally fruits, most fruits will have a cooling effect on your stomach. Most fruits.
Oh, okay.
And they're easy to digest. I can tell you for sure, because I've been eating fruits for the last God knows how long. Every time I eat a fruit, I am hungry half an hour later because it helps the digestive system going, isn't it?
Yeah, it ignites the fire. It helps.
Oh, okay.
And yesterday I had
A mountain
a
full.
mountain of fruit like that on one plate. And even that didn't fill me up. But it was so nice to have the fruit because you feel good. You feel happy.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Thank you, Jishnu, and thank you, Shruti. Okay, so let's move on. What is a sattvic diet? Fresh, organic fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, dairy products, milk, yogurt, ghee. And milk, you should at least try to only have organic milk. And yogurt similar, ghee as well, beans and lentils, plant-based oils, mildly sweet fruit, jaggery foods, honey, those things. Spices are very good, and we are lucky. In our diet, there's a lot of spice. And what we try to do is have a more of an alkaline diet rather than an acidic diet. And that is a little hard to explain. But alkaline basically makes the body sattvic itself. It makes it less acidic.
Yeah, because in your stomach, you already have hydrochloric acid to digest your food or to break the food. So if you have more acid, then it just gives you a lot of gas and a lot of indigestion. So you have to try and balance it like that.
So the other thing is, actually, Krishna says in chapter 13, sorry, chapter 3, text 13, he says, the devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is first offered for sacrifice. So what we do, even if you are eating an apple, you've not committed any sin, but you have taken something from nature, from the Lord. So we offer it back to him. So before we eat the apple or eat anything, we offer it to God. We say to God, my dear Lord, please accept this offering and please eat it, please enjoy it. I have made it for you. And after a few minutes, we take that plate off from the altar and then we can eat that as prasad. And then there's no sin. So even if one picks a potato from the ground and eats it without offering it to God, that is actually still sinful, Shruti. It's still going to give us some karma. But if we offer it to God, he takes the karma away and he makes it into blessed food, prasad.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Did you know that?
Yeah, family like every single day takes 2 apples or 2 oranges, and then we just any tired 2 fruits or something, and then we just put it next to the altar and then eat it.
All right, that's very good. Not just fruit though. Anything you eat, you should offer it first, okay? Then it becomes prasad. Anything you eat, even if you buy a packet of crisps from the shop, before you eat the crisp, you can offer it in your mind to God.
Oh, okay.
In that way, you're always conscious of the Lord that way, you see?
And you're thanking the Lord.
And you're thanking the Lord. Very good, very good. And in the kitchen, there should be a nice, peaceful and calm atmosphere when you're cooking. So don't disturb your mummy, Jishnu. And the cook should be very careful. Cook it with love, because everything goes into the food. If one is angry, that angry emotion also goes into the food. And when somebody eats that food, they can also become angry. So we cook with a nice atmosphere, spiritual atmosphere. A nice lecture is going on, or some nice bhajan is going on, and it's very happy mood. That is very, very important. And I saw your mummy is there.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do they let you cook in a happy mood?
Always. Jishnu, he loves cooking, and he actually, compared to my Shruti dad and Shruti, I love to cook only for my son. He usually used to come and ask me,
what you're planning to cook is the same food what you're cooking in morning. It should not be same for afternoon. For night, it should be different. He eats
Pasta.
just 2 spoon, but he won't different.
Jishnu,
My
you are a hero.
husband and Shruti, they just whatever I'm putting in the plate, they just it's nice. They will eat, but he will tell all the taste. Oh, I like your food. I little sour, little salt. It will be nice. He will enjoy the food.
Very good. And that's a good attitude, Shruti, that whatever Krishna is providing, I will accept. Very nice attitude. And Jishnu, I like yours as well. The cook should always be tested.
Quality, he expects quality.
He is quality control.
Yes.
No, this one. Let's not go into this one. This is too hard. So that gives you a little idea. Now let's just go into the foods which we shouldn't have. Okay. Just read the English here.
Translation. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such food cause distress, misery, and disease.
Mhm. So if it's too bitter, too sour, too salty, too hot, those are not good foods. Those will not help us because they're more acidic, and they can build up to ulcers and arthritis, joint pains. Now, onion and garlic, this could be a little bit of a shock for you. That's considered to be foods in the mode of passion. Not good. And I know a lot of Indian food is centered around onion and garlic. But I promise you, if you cut onion and garlic out, you will find that your food tastes much better. You can actually taste the food and not onion and garlic. Some people say, oh, I use this for medicine. Okay, if you're not well, then you can use as medicine if you want to. But if you're well and you're still using onion and garlic, where's the sense in that? Your medicine you don't take if you're well. But in any case, even if you're not well, medicine with onion and garlic is actually will cause the opposite reaction. The negative impacts are much more than the positives. And many cultures actually don't eat onion and garlic, especially like the Greeks. Many of their foods are taboo. They don't include onion and garlic. And anyway, many reasons why we do that. We don't have onion and garlic. Even some scientists say they used to ban pilots from eating garlic 72 hours before flying. But I don't know if that's still the case. It's because it impacts the thinking ability. And there's many reasons why we shouldn't eat onion and garlic. Shruti, any question on that?
No.
Okay.
Read this last one.
What about mushrooms?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. That comes into this category here. It's food that's grown if you look at where mushrooms are grown, very dark and horrible places.
Yeah.
And that's why food is considered in the mode of ignorance. So we avoid mushrooms as well.
What about soya?
Soya is okay, as far as I understand.
It's a grain from the soya bean.
I think genetically modified soya is not good. But if it's natural soya, that's okay. Anything genetically modified, even
will cause disease.
All the grains, all the wheat, all the chapati flour now is actually 99.9% genetically modified stuff. To get the real stuff from the original source is quite challenging nowadays, unfortunately.
Okay.
But anyway, what to do? You can read this translation.
Translation. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, and food consisting of remnants remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness.
So tasteless, horrible, decomposed, putrid, not good, not good. These foods are really will not help. It will actually make us diseased. So avoid those foods. You're very lucky you have a mom who cooks you fresh, delicious food. Stick to that. Huh? And meat, fish, eggs are in this category. And mushrooms are regarded in the mode of ignorance because they grow in darkness. They're also poisonous mushrooms. So that's, and then this is the verse which I was talking about. Actually, read this as well, please.
Translation: The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered fast for sacrifice. Others who prefer food for personal sense and enjoyment verily eat only sin.
So does that all make sense, Shruti?
Yeah, it makes much sense than before. Thank you, Prabhuji.
That's it. I'll send you this this presentation on by WhatsApp, so you have it. Okay.
That's good.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank
Prabhuji.
you. Very good. So, what was that?
He said, thank you, Prabhuji.
Jishnu says thank you.
Oh, Jishnu, you're such a good boy, Jishnu. Amazing. Now, so we can. Would you like to do a arti, like offer a ghee lamp or something? Oh, yes. Oh yes. Sorry, Ekadashi. Today, why your father does it? Very important. Actually, very easy as well. We don't eat any chapati or
Grains
idli,
and
no
rice.
rice, no dal. But we can have lots of fruits, lots of potato, lots of milk,
Other vegetables.
other vegetables. In fact, the last 26 days, we haven't eaten any grains. And Jayanti, my wife, hang on, can't see you. She's like the invisible woman. She's every day she makes something different. So it's so unlimited what we can eat. So we avoid grains on this day. And it's very important to do that because in grains, all the sins are contained on Ekadashi. And also, we give our stomach a rest because every day we eat so many grains and it's hard for the stomach to continue every day digesting, working so hard. So we give the stomach a little rest once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, because your stomach finds it easier to digest vegetables and fruits and nuts than grains. It has to work extra hard to digest grains.
Okay.
So try it in 2 weeks' time. Not you, Jishnu. How old are you, Jishnu?
Millets.
Can you have millets?
Yes.
Millet,
No
It's
millets.
a grain.
But there's other things that you can have which are very similar.
It's like Rajagra and things.
Toga?
Sorry?
Toga?
What's that?
Oh,
Flakes, rice.
It's like rice flakes.
Pava something.
No,
Rice
Baba,
no, flat rice, no.
no, but you
No
can
rice.
have samo.
Samo you can have. That's
Samo,
like rice.
Sabudana,
Okay.
Okay.
Sago.
sago. You can have so many things. You can have cassava, sweet potato,
Potatoes, even vegetables like
carrots,
broccoli, things like that. If you want.
Yeah.
And even pasta, you get buckwheat pasta, which is okay for Ekadashi.
Okay.
That you can get in Sainsbury's, buckwheat pasta.
Buckwheat pasta.
Yeah. So many different, and Jishnu will be happy. Eh? Buckwheat pasta. How old are you, Jishnu?
6.
6.
It's going to be 6.
Okay.
Tapi I'm been 5 now.
Okay. So maybe next year you can slowly train him as well.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we can we can sing and you can do arti. with a lamp.
Diya.
We can spotlight you, and we can ask Geeta to sing.
Yes, of course, Prabhu.
Very good. So I'll spotlight. Very good. What would you like to sing?
Shall I sing Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, or is that
Hey.
too long?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, do that. Do that.
Okay.
There. That's yeah.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya karo more, तुम बिन के दयालो जगत संसारे
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu Daya karo more पतिता पवन है तू तव अवतारा मुसामा पतिता प्रभु न प्यारा
Where were you? Doyako.
Second paragraph, Prabhu. Patita pavane
hetu tava avatara sama patita prabhu
Napayara.
Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kirpa bolo khana koro Ame bara dukhi
Mahaprabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Balakana Koro Ami
bara dukhi Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava kirpa pale pai Chaitanya Nitai
Koro Sitapati Advaita Gasai Tava Kripa Bole Pai Chaitanya Nitai.
Aha sarupa sanatana Rupar gunata Bata juga teri jiva Ha Prabhu Lokunata
Mahaprabhu Sanatana Rupara Gunata Mata Yuga Shijiva Prabhu Lokanata.
Daya koro Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sangha Mage Naratomdasa
Yakoro Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Chandra Sangha Magi Narotamadas.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya karo more तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे श्री
Krishna
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Chaitanya
Karo
More
more
तुम Dayalu
Halo.
Jagat samsare.
Hare Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki jai.
Yeah. Okay, well done. That was good.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu.
Yay, thank you. Thank you so much. Very good.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
good. Jishnu. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We are going to
Hare
finish.
Krishna.
Can we both sing?
You would like to sing, yeah? Oh, you go on then.
Gopala
Oh, yes.
Lola Murali Lola Nandalala Keshava Manan Chena Vanamala Minala Pala Murali Lola Landalala
Trying.
Anand Shayan Inanjana Vanamala Pindala Pala Murali Lola Nandalala Agala Sonand Inanjana Vanamala Vrindavana Bala Murali Lola Nandalala.
I would like also have a turn.
Very good.
Very good. Bye-bye.
Oh, lovely. Well done.
Thank you.
Let's sing Krishna Govinda.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Vanamali Radha Ramana Giridhari Govinda. Vanamali Radha Ramana Giridhari Govinda. Vanamali Radha Ramana Giridhari Govinda. Neelameka Sundara Narayana Govinda. Vanamali Radha Ramana गिरिधारी गोविंद भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा नंद नंद गोप वृंद नारायण गोविंद नंद नंद गोप वृंद नारायण गोविंद हरि नारायण गोविंद हरि नारायण गोविंद हरि नारायण गोविंद गोविंद गोविंद.
Very
Wow,
good. That
that
was
was
good.
incredible. Where did you learn that?
My music teacher taught me that.
Ooh, well done. That was fantastic. And you had the South Indian meter. You were singing it to
Yeah,
the.
I learned Carnatic music.
Oh, wow. Well done. That was very, very good. Congratulations. I liked it. I liked it very much. Thank you. So, oh yeah, we just put the Nishinga prayers on and we can sing these. Huh? Oh, so Mark, you there?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Ah, fantastic. Okay, let me just get it up on the screen. Good. So you can start.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahalada Lada Dayine. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya. Shila Tankana Kalaye. Ito Nasingha Parato Nasingha.
Ito
Nashingo, Barato, Nashingo.
Yato, yato, yamitato, nasingha.
Yato, yato, yamitato, nashingo.
By here nasingho, here ajay nasingho.
Nasimo, Hridaye Nasimo.
Nirashim hamadim sharanam prapajay. Tava kara kamala vare nakam abuta shringham dalita hiranya kashipu tanu bringham keshavadrita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Tavakala kamala nakama adbhuta shringham dalita hiranyakashipu Brahma
Keshavadrita Narahari
Jai Jagadish
Jagadish
Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Jaya Nashinhadev 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 Jaya Nashinhadev
Jaya Nashingadev 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 Jaya Nashingadev
Jaya Prahalad Maharaj Prahalad Maharaj Prahalad Maharaj Jaya Prahalad Maharaj
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada
Nitai Go Haribo 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 Nitai Go Haribo
Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo
Oh Haribo Haribo Haribo
Haribo
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
Haribo 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 Haribo
Haribo
Haribol, Haribol.
Nashimadev Bhagavan Ki
Jai!
Prahlad Maharaj Ki
Jai!
Prabhupada Ki
Jai!
Mark Kijay. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, Mark.
You're welcome, Prabhu. How do you
And it's exactly 8:30. That's amazing timing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pema.
Thank you,
Very,
Prabhuji.
thank you.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Very
Wonderful.
much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you very much, Ganesh and Shruti, Jishnu. And Shruti, what's your mother's name?
Ramya.
Ramya. Nice name.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Thank
you.
We are blessed to have this bhajan. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. And we'll do it again next month. Actually, there's another wonderful festival.
I want to Tuesday.
Yes.
You like Tuesday, huh?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite day?
Yeah.
Why? You get pasta that day. Good boy. Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
everybody. Thank you, Geeta. Thank you, Rita.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
everyone.
Hare Krishna. Take care. Hare Krishna.
Hare
So
Krishna.
much. Hare Krishna, Jishnu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It's
Hare-
so sweet. Hare Krishna.
He's a sweet dad. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jishnu and family.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
See you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you. Bye.